Assalamualaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mohamad Aziz Habibie. This time I will explain the learning about corporate environment and culture. 1. Corporate environment. Definition of corporate environment and culture. Corporate environment, the work environment, is an important thing in an organization. A good work environment is certainly a hope for every employee, because with a good work environment, employees will of course be able to carry out their duties well too. With a good work environment, it can automatically provide satisfaction for employees. B. External environment. The external environment of a company can be considered to have two layers, namely the general environment and the company environment. The general environment is the outermost layer that is widespread and influences the company indirectly. The general environment includes social, economic, legal/political, international, natural and technological factors that equally influence all companies. The task environment is closer to the company and includes sectors that carry out daily transactions with the company and directly influence basic operations and performance. The company also has an internal environment which includes elements within the scope of the company. The internal environment consists of existing employees, management, and especially company culture, which determines employee behavior in the internal environment and the company's level of adaptation to the external environment. C. General environment. The general environment is the outermost layer of the environment. All of these dimensions influence the company over time, but are often not in line with one another directly in everyday life. General environmental dimensions include international, technological, economic, cultural, social, legal, political, and natural dimensions. 1. The international dimension of the external environment is events that occur abroad as well as opportunities for U.S. companies in other countries. 2. Dimensional technology includes developments in science and technology, in certain industrial fields, and in society as a whole. 3. Social culture. The social-cultural dimension of the general environment is the demographic characteristics as well as the norms, customs, and values held by the general environment. Some important socio-cultural characteristics are population distribution and density, age, and level of education. 4. Economic. The economic dimension shows the general economic health of the country or region in which an organization operates. 5. Legal politics. The political legal dimension consists of government laws or local, state, and federal orders. So are political activities designed to influence corporate behavior. D. Task environment. The task environment consists of sectors that have direct working relationship with the organization, namely customers, competitors, suppliers, and workforce. 1. Customers. Are people and organizations in a business environment that obtains goods and services from the organization. As the recipient of the output produced by the organization, customers are an important element because customers determine the success of the organization. 2. Competitors. Of other organizations in the industry and the SAR type of business that provide goods and services to the same customers. 3. Suppliers. Provide the raw materials that an organization uses to produce its goods. For the labor market is the people in the business environment who can be employed by the company. Every company needs a steady and qualified supply of personnel. E. Organizational and company relationships. A. Environmental uncertainty. Organizations must try to make environmental uncertainty effective. This means that managers do not have sufficient information about environmental factors to be able to understand and predict environmental needs and changes. The characteristic that influences uncertainty is that a number of these factors change. B. Adapting to the environment. If an organization faces increased uncertainty regarding competitors, customers, suppliers, government regulations, managers can use several strategies to adapt to these changes, including boundaries spanning roles, interorganizational partnerships, and mergers or joint ventures. 1. The roles of departmental boundary. Expansion and boundary. Expansion link and connect the organization with important elements in the external environment. People who expand boundaries do two things for an organization. They detect and process information about changes, and they represent the organization's interests in the environment. 2. Interorganizational partnerships are a now popular strategy for adapting to the business environment to reduce boundaries and increase cooperation with other organizations. 3. Mergers and joint ventures. A joint venture is an alliance or strategic program carried out by two or more organizations. A merger is a combination of two or more organizations into one. 2. Corporate culture. A. Understanding corporate culture. Culture is a system of shared meaning and belief adopted by members of the organization that determines, most of them, the way they act one to another and to outsiders. The definition of culture implies several things. First, culture is perception. Individuals perceive organizational culture based on what they see, hear, or experience in the organization. Second, although individuals may have different backadders or work in different levels in the organization, they tend to describe the organizational culture with the same term. Finally, organizational culture is a descriptive term. The culture concerns how the members perceive the organization, not concerning whether they like it. Some of the more important attitudes that are influenced by culture are as follows. 1. Self and space. 2. Clothes and appearance. 3. Communication and language. 4. 5. Time and awareness. Food and eating habits. 6. Relationships, family, organization, government, etc. 7. Values and norms. 8. Trust and attitudes. From the definition of corporate culture put forward by experts, it can be concluded that corporate culture is a pattern of basic assumptions held by company members which contains values, norms and habits that influence the thinking, talking, behavior, and way employees work day to day, so that it will lead to the quality of the company's performance. Thus, Corporate culture is a solution that consistently works well for a group in dealing with problems within and outside the group. F. The importance of implementing corporate culture for leadership performance. By mastering/understanding the culture in an organization, managers are able to make it. Take decisions regarding the implementation of the culture that will be implemented in accordance with the conditions of the organization. And if organizational culture is successfully implemented and developed well, this provides a conducive environment for individuals within it to share with each other. Organizations that shape their culture into a learning culture will shape the behavior of individuals within them to share with their colleagues voluntarily. They will also document and make their knowledge part of living processes in the organization. Company culture and leaders, managers. In other words, organizational culture, a good one of course, has a big role in the organization. With the existence of organizational culture, managers will be able to invite every member of their organization to behave in a way that leads to achieving organizational goals. Without an organizational culture, managers need to exercise strict control over each member's behavior, one by one. By mastering the theory of organizational culture development, a manager will be able to select the right culture for the organizational context. This is important because with the right culture, managers will be able to direct the organizational behavior of their members appropriately to achieve their goals. The cultural indicators of an organization are strong if 1. Every member of the organization respects the rights and dignity of members of the organization as individuals and the professional positions of other members. 2. The values and habits that exist in the organization motivate organizational members to work sincerely and feel comfortable in carrying out their work. Differences of opinion can be managed well so that it is a dynamic that encourages added value for the organization. 3. The members of the organization dance improvisedly to the rhythm of the drums the same. 4. Feeling of comfort from work partners and the community served by the organization concerned. 5th, there is harmony between organizational culture and the organization structure, vision, and mission. B. Corporate culture planting to leaders and managers. The role of managerial level in socializing organizational culture. 1. Selection of prospective employees. Leadership must be more selective in accepting prospective employees. Employees must meet the specified qualification requirements so that they are capable guided by a system of values and norms contained in organizational culture. 2. Employee placement must be in accordance with their abilities and areas of expertise. That way, employees are able to uphold the organizational culture. 3. Deepening of the field of work. Deepening of the employee's field of work and understanding of duties, rights, and obligations needs to be carried out by the leadership. Deepening of employees' work areas can be done through education and job training in accordance with an analysis of their needs and problems. 4. Performance measurement and awarding. Organizational performance needs to be measured periodically 6 months, or at least every year, so that it can be evaluated for its development from year 2. Improvement of organizational performance must be enhanced by giving non-material and material awards in a fair and proper manner to every individual organization who excels. 5. Planting loyalty to the main values of the organization. Loyalty to utamage values such as prioritizing providing the best service to consumers. Planting loyalty to the Mjin values of the organization to all individual organizations so that they work based on morals, achieve optimal achievements, and work for God the Almighty. 6. Expanding information, stories, and news about the culture of the leadership and manager. Companies need to expand information or tell rules organization. Personnel and work sanctions for employees so they are able to understand and comply with them. F. Internal environment. The internal environment is where managers work, which includes company culture, production technology, organizational structure, and physical facilities. The internal environment includes 1. Worker/employee. Workers are people who work within a comp organization who want rewards in the form of or salaries, while managers want high prefer. 2. Board of Commissioners. The Board of Commissioners represents the interests of shareholders, where the Board of Commissioners monitors activities and supervises management, and ensures that activities will achieve their goals. Its position is independent of management. 3. Shareholders. Shareholders' responsibilities are based on much of their shares they own in the company. If the company makes a profit, then they get as much in return as they invested. G. Benefits of corporate culture for organizational performance. The benefits for human resources are as follows. As a guideline for behaving within the comp, this case employees cannot arbitrarily act or behave at will, but must adjust to whom and where they are. B. The similarity of steps and vision in carrying out the tasks and responsibilities of each individual can increase their function and develop the level BF independence between individuals or parts, because individuals or other parts complement each other in the company's business activities. C. Providing encouragement to employees to achieve better work performance or productivity. D. Knowing exactly about their career in the company will encourage them to be consistent with their duties and responsibilities. The benefits obtained by the company include: 1. It is one element that can afford employees turnover levels, because corporate culture encourages employees to decide to continue to develop with them. 2. As a guide in determining policies relating to the scope of the company's internal activities, such as administrative regulations, relations between departments, employee achievement awards, work assessment, and others. 3. To show external parties the existence of the company's unique characteristics among company society. 4. Is a reference in preparing corporate planning. 5. Can create business development and human resource development programs with full support from all levels of existing human resources. H. Dimensions of organizational culture. Research suggests that there are 7 dimensions that collectively capture the essence of organizational culture. In many organizations, one of these cultural dimensions sometimes emerges over the others and usually shapes the personality of the organization and the way the organization's members work. 1. Innovation and risk-taking. The degree to which employees are encouraged to be innovative and take. 2. Attention to detail. The degree to which employees are expected to demonstrate accuracy, analysis, and attention to detail. 3. Results orientation. The degree to which a manager focuses on results or outputs rather than on how to achieve those results. 4. People orientation. The degree to which management decisions influence the people in the organization. 5. Team orientation. The degree to which work is organized around teams rather than individuals. 6. Aggressiveness. The degree to which employees are aggressive and competitive rather than cooperative. 7. Stability. The degree to which organizational decisions and actions emphasize efforts to maintain status. I. Influence of environment and company culture. 1. Adaptive culture. In a company culture that is not adaptive, managers only think about themselves, and the values they adhere to tend to be unwilling to take risks and make changes. Therefore, a strong culture alone is not enough, because an unhealthy culture may push the organization in the wrong direction. Culture is categorized into 4: adjustment, achievement, involvement, and consistency. And it is based on 2 dimensions, namely 1. The extent to which the external environment requires flexibility or stability. 2. The extent to which the company's strategic focus is internal or external. A. Adaptability culture. Managers encourage values that support the company's ability to quickly recognize, understand, and interpret signals from the environment into new behavioral responses. Employees have autonomy in making decisions and act freely to meet new needs. Managers also actively create change by encouraging and rewarding creativity, experimentation, and risk-taking. B. Achievement culture. Culture that is oriented to results that respect competition, individual initiatives, and achievement. The pressure to win and realize the ambitional goals is likened to glue that glue the company. C. Culture involvement. Emphasizes its internal focus on the involvement and role of employees to adjust quickly to the needs of the environment that is constantly changing. This type of culture places a high value to the fulfillment of the needs of employees, and organizations like this can be characterized by an atmosphere of love and kinship. The manager emphasizes the values of cooperation, caring, and ignoring differences in status. D. Consistency culture. Uses internal focus and consistency orientation to keep the environment stable. Obedience to rules and meticulousness are characteristics of this culture, and these crocodiles also support and appreciate a methodical and rational way of working. This is my video learning material. If there are any spelling errors, please forgive. That is all, and thank you. Wassalamu'alaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh.